I'm going to be showing you some things that you should bring for the first day of school, because I know as a freshman, I was super worried about what I should bring, what I shouldn't bring, if my backpack was the right backpack, and everything like that. So in this video, I'll be talking to you about what backpack you should bring, what you shouldn't bring, and then what you should put inside of your backpack. So if you're interested in this, just keep on watching. If not, I completely understand. Go ahead and check out some of my other videos, perhaps. I have a couple of back to school videos and some other pretty cool videos coming up. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, so that way anytime I post a new video, you can be informed of it. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I want to talk about is what kind of backpack you should bring. So that is completely up to you and your school. So what I mean whenever it's up to you is basically whatever works for you, which also includes what your school will allow you to bring. So basically, my school, we do have lockers, but nobody really uses the lockers, so we just carry around our stuff all day long. However, your school may not allow you to carry around your backpack all day long, so you might have to have like a different kind of bag and only carry around something else. Does that make sense? Because I know some schools you're not allowed to carry around a bag at all. But in my school, we carry around our backpack all day long. So school, of course, you have to make sure that your school will allow you to bring whatever you want to bring. And then at that point, it's up to you. So basically for my school, we can bring whatever we want. So then that kind of made me think, do I want to bring a bag or do I want to bring a backpack? So I used to have a bag, and now let me say that the bags were a pain because all of your weight is on one shoulder, and there were times that I felt like I was going to tip over. So for all of my high school years, I decided to go with the backpacks. And the cool thing, I like Vera Bradley. I love Vera Bradley because their stuff is so spacious, and there's also tons of great little like extra pockets. So I love Vera Bradley. So this just works for me, you know, get what works for you. But I also like the straps are super padded, and these backpacks are awesome because they fit a lot of stuff. So let's go ahead and let me tell you some things that you should bring. So a lot of people are like, you know, I don't want to pack too much on the first day, but you want to make sure you have everything. So my advice is go to your school's website, see what you are required to bring for the first day of school. If you don't know, like I said, go to the website. Also check your emails. I know sometimes schools send out emails as well, but check your school website or check your ISD website for all of your back to school supply list. What my school does is they send out this general supply list. Basically, all it tells you to bring is a binder, some dividers for the binder, and pens and pencils. That's pretty much it. And then what they do is the first week of school, the teachers tell you specifically what they want you to have for each class. I feel like in high school, that's typically what they'll do because most teachers are very specific about what they want you to bring. So just make sure you have what they want you to bring. If it's not on the list, then technically you don't have to bring it the first day of school. But I still like to bring stuff that's not on the list because I know I'm going to probably more than likely need it. So me, I just like to bring extra, and worst comes to worst, if it ends up that I don't need it, I'll just take it out. So let's just go ahead and let me show you some basic stuff. Okay, here is my binder. So first we have my ruler. I just kind of shove it at the top of the binder. So this is a 2-inch binder. I feel like you mostly will probably need a 2-inch binder just to fit everything. So I have my binder. This is my pencil bag, and in my pencil bag, I love this pencil bag because it has different sections. Let me show you. This pencil bag is awesome. It actually came with an old binder that I used to have, but basically it's so cool because it has this section and then this section. Basically in this section, I like to put my glue stick, make sure I have scissors, an eraser. A flash drive is super important. You don't need it the first day of school, but you will need it later on. Double-sided tape is not a bad thing to have. Of course, lead, and then some little pencil top erasers. So I have that in that pouch. And then the reason why I love this one so much, this pencil case, is because I'm a neat freak, and just shoving everything in a pencil case, not for me. But they have like these little sections. So in this first section, I just have 2 number 2 pencils, mechanical pencils. Then I have red pens, black pens, blue pens, and highlighters. So that's what's in my pencil case, pretty much. So then in your binder, another thing, this is not required for the first day of school, but I bring it. I have 3 notebooks because you're going to need notebooks for school more than likely, and if I don't need all 3, then I can just take it out. But like I said, I prefer just to have it just in case, so that the teacher's like, okay, if you already have a notebook, if you don't, it's okay, but if you already have one, you can go ahead and set it up for my class. So that's just how I like to do it. Then I have my tabs, 1 for each class period, and a total of 7, but I actually have 8 because it came with 8, and the 8 can be like extra just papers and stuff like that. Then I have loose leaf paper, which on the first day of school you need to have loose leaf paper, especially if you don't have a notebook. Then I just have some grid paper because I'm taking calculus, so I'm thinking we'll probably have to have some graph paper. So that's what's in my binder. Pretty simple, pretty basic stuff. And that's just the kind of stuff that I bring. A lot of times they might want you, like one of your teachers might want you to have like a 5-subject notebook or something like that. And those are things that you can get throughout the first week of school. So what I do is anytime my teacher wants me to have something that I don't already have at home, I text my mom right away and say, hey mom, can you please go run to the store and get this? And what she does is she runs to the store while we're still at school, because what's going to happen is after school, everybody is going to be running to Target or Walmart or whatever to get those school supplies, whereas my mom can just go during the day when everybody else is not worried about it because their kids aren't home from school yet. So that's my tip to you. Next, I just like to bring extra folders because they're folders, but I feel like I don't really ever use these because I have the dividers in my planner, in my, what's it called? My binder already. Okay, another thing that I might pack 2 of these is just a composition notebook, because I feel like schools now, certain classes want you to have a composition notebook instead of a normal notebook, but I prefer the normal notebooks. So a composition notebook is not a bad thing, especially if you're taking like a writing class and stuff, or I know Spanish, a lot of times they want us to have one of these. So that's that. And then I have another pencil bag that just has coloring supplies, which I know I'm in high school, but trust me, we still use them. So basically I have in the front pouch some of these like really fine tip, I call them teacher markers because teachers use them a lot. So then I have in this section, I've got some erasable colored pencils, some of the twistable colored pencils, and then just a pack of fine tip markers. So just make sure you have some coloring supplies because you will probably still need it even in high school. Trust me. Let me go ahead and put my ruler back, and this is just a plain regular ruler. The bendy rulers are pretty cool, but I actually like this one a lot. So yeah, okay. Couple more things to talk to you about. Planners. Planners are super, super important. You need a planner of some sort. I know my school, like, they sell them at my school, but the thing is, I'm not a big fan of the ones that they have for high school because they're super tiny. I actually prefer the ones for the middle school because they have it, like, separated for class periods. But actually got this one. This is a Mead weekly, monthly planner, and I like this one because the days go down vertically instead of horizontally, and I prefer that because I can have, like, for example, I can say, you know, English, all of this, math, Spanish, whatever, and then I can kind of compare each day. So I don't know, it just works for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So this works for me. Find a planner that works for you and keep that in mind because, like I said, I prefer it being vertically so that way I can put my classes horizontally. So that's that. That is my planner. Like I said, just get one that works for you, basically. I know most people use the horizontal ones, but yeah. Another thing is if you had a book that you had to read over the summer, this is actually the book I have to read. It's The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass by Frederick Douglass. Then make sure you have that in your backpack as well. A couple of other things I want to talk to you about is note cards. Flashcards are very important. They help you study. I have some right here. Then up in the front pocket, I'm gonna try to make it so you can see. In this front pocket here, I just have all of my pencils up here because I do have my pencil bag, but if I had them right here, they're just super easy to grab. So if I'm sitting down at my desk, I can literally just grab it like this instead of having to go in my pencil bag, because I hate when people in the middle of class like need a pencil and they're shuffling and stuff, whereas this, I can just pull it out and it's right there, easy to use. So that's the big part. As you can see right here, bring water. Water is super important. Another thing is bring snacks. While we're on the topic of snacks, you can also bring your lunch the first day of school. I highly, highly, highly recommend bringing your lunch on the first day of school because the lunch lines get insane. It's the first day of school. Nobody knows how it works. And on top of that is your class could be far away from the cafeteria, and by the time you get to the cafeteria, the line could be super long. And I know, like, whenever I was a freshman, literally the people only had 10 minutes to eat. So word of advice, bring your lunch on the first day of school, just to avoid all that craziness. If you want to see what you should bring to lunch, then I'm thinking about doing like a healthy food video. Not so much about like what to bring for school lunch, but just other foods that I've really been enjoying that you could use. So let's just go through some of the other little extra things that you should bring. So this is like a little makeup bag. The bag is actually a winter thing from Bath & Body Works, but this is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder. This is just to help set my makeup. I have a brush to help set my makeup, and I have some oil absorbing sheets. Another thing I recommend that I don't have right now is a baby lips, because baby lips are awesome. They are tinted like moisturizers for your lips, and they are awesome, and they're so good because it's fast and you can put a little bit of color on your lips while they are dry. Literally, baby lips are an essential for my backpack. Then I obviously have braces, so let's talk about some things related to braces. These are the Colgate Max Fresh, like Colgate Wisps, basically, and they're just like little toothbrushes that have the little bead in the middle. These are awesome because if you get gunk in your teeth from lunch, you can use these. You must have this if you have braces, and even if you don't, it's not a bad thing to have. These, we call them pickers. These are just like little things that you can help if food gets stuck in your braces. And then I also have some wax. So just little stuff like that is really good if you have braces. So don't forget your braces essential stuff. Then I know not all schools allow this, but I say that they're technically not against school code because they're natural. These are cough drops. I have cough drops, vitamin C drops. I also have these Ricola Revitalizing Herb drops, and basically they have B12 in them, so it will help give you energy, and they're natural. So, and they taste like lemon. They're awesome for school because if you get tired throughout a long day of school, just eat one of these. They taste good and they help give you a natural boost of energy with B12. So then I have Tic Tacs. These are actually my Minion Tic Tacs because I'm not a big fan of gum, but sometimes I want to suck on something kind of candy-like, so that's another thing. Then I have some tissues because sometimes your teachers will run out of tissues. This is more towards the end of the school year, but sometimes even towards the beginning, they don't have tissues. And then I think this is the last thing. Not the last thing, actually. This is my little fossil wristlet. I keep in my school ID and some extra change, which it's never, ever, ever a bad idea to have change. You should always have just some change with you for school because you never know, you could need it for something. So that's okay. Let's put everything back. We are almost done, and this is only for if you're a girl. And if you're a guy watching this, hey, you might have to change out some of these things and not bring the makeup, but you know. But the last thing that I want to talk to you about is girl stuff. Please don't forget your girl stuff. You know what I mean, girls. Don't forget it, because if you do forget your girl stuff, it's okay. I know, like, my school, our nurse has like stuff, and always go ask your school nurse. They should have stuff for you, but I just keep my girl stuff in the front because you always need to be prepared. So, oh, and then of course my hand sanitizer because I am a germaphobe. If you did not know that already about me, yes, I am a germaphobe. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you found this helpful. And if you stayed towards the end of this video, you are a trooper. Thanks so much for watching. This was a long one, but let's be honest, all my videos are. So yeah, once again, please don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be posting up a whole bunch of more back to school videos and I can't wait for you to see them. Okay guys, see you next time. Bye!